Hi, I'm Pro Greg. Got a bit of a complicated question from Victoria. In fact, there seems to be several bits to it. Victoria wants to know, can one distinguish insight from delusion? In a nutshell, actually yes you can. If you've got attachment to it, it's a delusion. If there's no attachment to it, it's insight. I was enjoying your analogy on the ingredients in a muffin, seeing the self. The only thing is, you've got the analogy back to front. When we start to look at things like the self, we see it as the combination of ingredients. And if you took the ingredients of a muffin and just laid them all out on the table, you wouldn't be able to find the muffin. Okay? And this is how we look at the self, the five aggregates, things like that. So, and the other thing is, you use the term no self. In actual fact, I don't really like the term no self. I find it becomes very confusing, and actually prefer not self or non-self. And so we see that all conditioned phenomenon arise and cease, and they're outside of our control, basically. You know, in the background at the moment there's a bit of a noisy bird, and there's nothing I can do. The noise has now stopped, so the conditions for the noise to be there have ceased. It's outside my control, but through the sense door of the air I was able to pick up the sound of the bird making that noise. And so when we look at, you know, not self, the anatta, we're actually seeing that things arise and cease due to conditioned phenomenon, both within and without. And when we can see this, then we have insight arising. You're also talking about the echoes of past life, some being neutral, some being beneficial, etc., etc. Well, I mean, that quite possibly is correct. I mean, you know, some of the things we get, you know, we get from our parents, we get from our teachers, the society that we live in, our friends, our relatives. But there are definitely certain things. To listen to the Dhamma, and for some of us, we understand the Dhamma quite quickly. It makes a lot of sense, and to be perfectly honest, I think that is as a result of past karma. I think in our past life, perhaps we've listened to the Dhamma before, practiced the Dhamma. And so in this rebirth, when we come to a place where we get to hear the Dhamma spoken, we get the opportunity to practice the Dhamma, it comes a lot easier to us than it may do for other people. So there are definitely aspects of past lives come into the way that we think. You don't say where you live, but you were saying that it's not easy to find a teacher. This can be a problem. If you let me know where you live, possibly I would be able to find a temple somewhere where possibly you could go to. However, there are plenty of very good monks online. You can go through YouTube, and you'll find many very good monks where you can get some extremely good comprehensive teachings that will help you in your path. This is the beauty of the internet, that we're actually able to reach out to people in far-flung countries, and many of these countries, you know, there may not be temples nearby, or there may not be temples at all. So yeah, sort of check out places like YouTube and that, and I'm sure you'll be able to find yourself some teachers. But I say, if you let me know, Victoria, exactly where it is that you live, I may be able to find somewhere near you where you possibly could find a teacher that you can sit down and practice with. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, bye.